Naomi Campbell, the iconic supermodel, is once again making headlines, and this time it's not for fashion or philanthropy. It's allegedly for her connections to the Jeffrey Epstein scandal. Sources claim that federal investigators have been quietly building a case against her for years, and the situation has now escalated to the point where a federal arrest warrant has reportedly been issued in her name. Allegations suggest that Naomi wasn't merely a social acquaintance of Epstein, attending parties or networking within his elite circle, but that she allegedly acted as a recruiter, helping to procure young girls for his operations. The timing of the legal moves is raising eyebrows, as the Department of Justice's release of previously redacted Epstein files appears to have triggered increased scrutiny. According to sources, video evidence allegedly exists of Naomi facilitating activities directly tied to Epstein, including claims of auctioning girls, a revelation that has caused shockwaves across social media and gossip circles. Over the years, Naomi's name has repeatedly surfaced in discussions about Epstein's network, though she consistently denied any wrongdoing, asserting that her interactions were limited to social or romantic connections, and that she was unaware of the illegal activities occurring behind the scenes. Nevertheless, the fact that the DOJ is reportedly acting now suggests that investigators believe they have substantial evidence to support their claims, as federal authorities typically move only when they have thoroughly vetted and corroborated information. Observers note that unlike high-profile political figures who may have layers of protection or influence, Naomi lacks such insulation, making her more vulnerable to direct legal consequences. Beyond the alleged videos and eyewitness accounts, there are broader accusations that she used her status and connections in the modeling and entertainment industries to facilitate cover-ups or influence others involved in Epstein's operations. This alleged complicity has drawn comparisons to other prominent figures linked to Epstein, though the claims against Naomi are particularly sensational because of her celebrity stature and the extent of her purported involvement. Historically, her name has lingered on the periphery of Epstein-related rumors, never fully disappearing, but now those whispers are amplified by the DOJ's active investigation. In response to earlier allegations, Naomi has publicly stated that she had no knowledge of Epstein's crimes, that her interactions were purely social, and that she was shocked by the revelations once they emerged, framing herself as an unwitting participant in a wider network. However, federal sources indicate that investigators have been piecing together a pattern of alleged recruitment and facilitation, which could position Naomi as one of the first major celebrities to face direct legal consequences stemming from the unsealed Epstein files. As the story develops, questions about her past social interactions, her level of awareness, and the potential evidence in government possession are dominating public discourse, with speculation running rampant across social media platforms. From unverified video claims to historical accounts of her connections within Epstein's circle, every detail is being scrutinized under a federal lens, creating a tense environment where her reputation, career, and personal freedom may be at serious risk. The broader implications extend beyond Naomi herself, highlighting the pervasive influence of Epstein's network and the ways in which high-profile figures may have been involved, whether knowingly or unknowingly, in enabling or covering up illicit activities. This situation underscores the high stakes of celebrity involvement in scandals of this magnitude, demonstrating that fame and social standing do not offer immunity from legal accountability. As federal authorities reportedly prepare to act decisively, the focus on Naomi Campbell intensifies, and her legal team may be faced with the difficult task of navigating a complex web of allegations, evidence, and public scrutiny, all while attempting to protect her personal and professional life. With each new revelation, the alleged role she played in Epstein's operations is being examined meticulously, and the potential for serious consequences, including criminal charges, is very real. In this climate, every past interaction, every social appearance, and every connection to Epstein's network is being dissected, leaving Naomi Campbell under an unprecedented level of legal and public examination. As the fallout from the Epstein files continues to reshape perceptions of accountability among the world's elite.
This is a direct character assassination. I've always said that I'm not a saint, that I am a work in progress, but I will not be held hostage by my past. What he's done is indefensible. And when I heard of what he'd done, it sickened me to my stomach, just like everybody else. I've rubbed shoulders with hundreds of thousands of people. The frightening conclusion here is that if the negative action of your neighbor, colleague, or even an associate can somehow make you guilty too, simply by association, then we indeed live in very worrying times. This affects us all. It is wrong, it's unfair, and it must be stopped.
But then the side eyes started coming in as people began questioning Naomi Campbell's version of events. It didn't seem likely that she just met Epstein once at a random event and never saw him again. Reports suggest she was regularly present at parties within his inner circle, which made it hard for many to believe she had no knowledge of the darker activities occurring around her. Over time, a bigger pattern emerged that left fans uneasy. Naomi frequently seemed to be connected to men whose reputations later turned out to be highly questionable. At some point, people stopped chalking it up to mere bad luck. For instance, her name was pulled into the Charles Taylor saga, the former Liberian president later convicted of war crimes. In 2010, Naomi had to testify during his trial regarding the so-called blood diamonds. Initially, she claimed she was given rough, uncut diamonds by random men and assumed they were from Taylor. But her timeline and explanations shifted repeatedly, making the story less credible and suggesting she was hiding something. Even more striking, she outright denied ever receiving any diamonds, which only fueled suspicion and the perception that she might be more deeply involved than she publicly admitted.
And he was with people in which I admired dearly. He was with Naomi Campbell, he had Oprah Winfrey there with him, who entered the room and was swinging off his arm and just seemed like a very dear friend.
Naomi Campbell's pattern of associating with controversial figures didn't stop with Charles Taylor or Epstein, it extended to Diddy as well. While many distanced themselves from Diddy when his controversies surfaced, Naomi had long portrayed him as a close friend, calling him her big brother and praising him for inspiring her. Their friendship was highly public, spanning red carpets, vacations, and industry events. She even threw him a lavish birthday party in 2023, just weeks before Cassie Ventura filed her explosive lawsuit. Insiders claim Naomi quickly removed all traces of that celebration from her social media, not out of solidarity with Cassie or other alleged victims, but to avoid scrutiny and protect herself. With that in mind, it's less surprising that federal investigators are reportedly going after her for allegedly recruiting girls for Epstein. Fans have long eyed her with suspicion, and these new developments only fuel those concerns. Adding to the pattern, this isn't the first time Naomi faced accusations of facilitating exploitation. British actress Katie and Noel previously claimed that Naomi, alongside Oprah, helped orchestrate schemes that harmed her, further cementing the perception that she may have played a role in covering up or enabling predatory behavior. Yes, it's a total mess. Reports suggest the feds are moving fast, allegedly with an arrest warrant signed for Naomi Campbell, making her the likely scapegoat in this growing Epstein investigation. With federal sources reportedly digging into her, videos allegedly tying her to Epstein, and a judge reportedly signing off on an arrest, the fallout could be catastrophic. Naomi has always been at the center of high-profile controversies, but if these claims hold, her legacy, career, and even freedom could be at serious risk. The parties, trips, and connections that once seemed glamorous are now under intense scrutiny. This isn't just another scandal. This could be the moment Naomi Campbell faces consequences no superstar can talk their way out of.